Hello everyone, welcome back to the South Bay Syndicate. Today we're going to be doing some more Secrets of Power testing, this time with the new Jabba the Hutt leader. Over this week during our play with the pre-release, we did pull a showcase. Pretty beautiful one here, so we thought, hey, let's try and build some decks out with it. I think yellow has a lot of ambush, which can activate its ability. When Jabba is not deployed, you can pay 1 to tap it to do 1 damage to an opponent if you have a damage unit, and if your unit has 3 or more damage, you can do 2 damage. And then he deploys on 5, and when he deploys, when a unit is dealt damage and survives, it can deal that much damage to another unit. So a lot of interesting things on the deploy. You really get most of your value there. He comes out at 5 as a 2/8. So you want to have cards that can protect him, also cards that can ambush or do damage. So you can see around that curve at 4, 5, 6, we'll have some of our ambushers. We have a plot with Cad Bane that can come out and help finishing something off. Also Pershing, if you have Jabba out and you activate Pershing, it does 1 damage to an opponent. So just different opportunities there to deal damage, to get control of the board. Let's jump into some games and see what happens.
Hello there.
All right, we're going to start with a Qi'ra. Should be an interesting big control matchup. Not sure how that bodes for us, but we'll give it a shot. We'll keep this. I think it's a nice bigger unit, but we might not get to these yet. We need to get this out. McClunky can come in. There's just an easy trade for them here, so I think what we'll power. So that means that Qi'ra is coming out next turn. Let's see how that plays out. We can power again. If she comes out, she does. We'll power again. Not what they wanted to see. So here, with our 1 available resource, we can actually tap it to do 1 damage there. And then we can hit the base, and we can pass. So now we can come out on this turn. Let's see what they play. McClunky might not be bad here. Okay, they're going to kill it off. I'm assuming they're going to use the other resource there, so we'll just deploy. This is tough because it leaves Jabba pretty vulnerable. I'm going to get units out. I know I wanted a no glory, but I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to just get some units out so I can protect Jabba a little bit. And then I'll no glory next turn. If they overwhelm in the barrage, I guess that's the risk I had to take to keep Jabba. Yeah, okay. So now if they overwhelm barrage and something survives, it can deal damage back. They have Maul. Okay. Maul also is nice. So I think what we do here is we hit this. McClunky. And we kill this. And I think we just have to do it that way. We can't. I don't feel great about where we are with this game. I think they're way ahead. And their top end is way better. And that's just how it's going to be. Okay. Let's see what they play now. They've got the OB. All right. We'll capture those. They have the exact perfect card. I mean, that's at 4 resources. I mean, what else do you expect? That makes a lot of sense. So here we can use Jabba's ability and then Cad Bane. I think what we'll actually do is kill this off. We will use his ability to do the damage here. We do not want them drawing cards. They, I guess, are going to get one card draw. And then next turn we can, oh, they left. Okay. So they, I think, were still ahead despite leaving. We'll take it. I think we were starting to control the board, but they just needed one draw that reset it. We have our Quinlan player again. I think losing our first turn is very tough. So let's see what we can do here. They give us the initiative. How kind. We'll keep this. I think in this case, we'll be able to play Pershing, which they will not be able to kill right away, which is fine. We're gonna do this first because they will be able to kill this. We'll draw. Yep. Okay. Really kill that next turn with our ambush. We're actually going to be in an interesting spot with some of our ambushing coming up. They get a spy token here and they can trade out everything. So that's what they're going to do. I think it's a great play by them. But we're not going to be in a bad shape, I think, going into the next turn. Okay, they decide to, wow, good for them. It's a lot of board flooding. We're gonna have to do some capturing at some point, it looks like. We'll just, I think, deploy, trigger, and kill that. It's just some decent action economy for us. Quinlan is interesting, but what we want is we want Jabba alive for us to be able to bosk into Quinlan and take him out. There is an opportunity where they can kill Jabba this turn if they deploy Quinlan and have Plo Koon and attack into Jabba with both. We'll see what happens there. For those of you watching, hoping you're enjoying it, we're just doing some Jabba the Hutt testing for set 6 because we pulled this beautiful showcase. They are flooding the board quite. Oh no, there's a spare target. Okay. So this isn't bad for us because we'll actually be able to kill off Quinlan with Jabba's ability. So you can see we're doing 4, we're surviving. Lets us do another 3 damage. So that's actually the perfect scenario here. And then we're gonna McClunky to bring him back. We're gonna do 2 damage there. It's just a way for us to try and get in front of this board a little bit, and then whenever they play, we can still Cad Bane and capture a lot of units. So we have to decide how we want to do this. I think in this scenario, let's see, 5. What we'll do is we'll capture these 2. And I got my surprise strike. I didn't think I could get it back into that. Them bouncing, they're just able to pour damage in over and over. Got some early damage with these with a lot of value. Well played. Just could not stabilize on our end. And I think Quinlan continues to be powerful, right? It's always been powerful, and though Force Throw is gone, I think it's still good. We got an offer for cheap viewers. Woo! We gotta delete that. Let's ban and delete. We don't want that in there. And we'll go yourself. Okay, it's nice to see some of the new leaders going. We have Cassian here. We're gonna keep this. A Pike Sentinel against Cassian is kind of fun because it stops them, and if you claim, it kills them. But I don't know. Maybe we'll save a Pike Sentinel for that. They're going to be pouring into base with Data Vault. Data Vault's actually, I think, the preferred way to play Cassian, in my opinion. I know people are trying ECL, but I think that the little extra damage helps a lot. And we made a video, I think, last week on it that went pretty well. So I think here we'll hit the base, see if they trade. I know, oops, sorry, I know they do get Saboteur, or they do decide to trade. And we'll put our hidden unit out just to get more damage. Okay. We have an opportunity here, I think, to slam into that but die. I don't know if I want to do it that way. Which unit do I want to die on my end? I think I can. No, I'll just go to base. I'll make them choose. I'm sure they're gonna play something else this turn. There's the Fleet Lieutenant. How do I get back controls? I want a Forlom when Jabba's out. So that's what I'm contemplating here. And I want oh, this is nice. Okay. Forlom Zuckuss, Pike Sentinel does what? I think the Forlom Zuckuss is going to be powerful enough for us to do some damage. I'm still weary of this raid token here, so I think I deploy first. Oh, maybe I just trade and then deploy, because then whatever they play, Forlom could run into and kill off the token. Because what I really want to do is keep Forlom into Zuckuss, so I have to sequence it the right way. I could also just hit it with, right, it can no longer be hit. Alright, let's just deploy. Forget about Cassian's ability. Interesting. Alright, into base we go. That's a nice card, I like that. That's gonna let me kill it off, right? Yeah, I don't want that out there. I guess I could have done damage the other way, but when played defeating that, you can't use that on that. You can use that on that. Alright, this should be an interesting turn. I am perfectly okay. Yeah, okay. That's not a big deal. Okay. Good job, them. They're getting some good value, so we better start getting our own value, right? They could be setting up just a game end with Cassian. Don't really know. I wonder if they do deploy him. Okay. And he's dead. So he got what they needed. I might not survive this. So we'll see. But I might. Which one do I care about? This one. Yeah. See? With Jabba out, lets me kill both. Now they get their little token. Less worried, and they've left. So you can see Jabba's ability again there with the ambush. It didn't have to be that, but it pumps everything up and puts a lot of pressure on them. So definitely coming in handy. Now we are very weak in space, and they are playing Thermal Oscillator, which means a smaller deck that is going to hit hard. We will need this space unit most likely. This stuff won't come out, this power. So will be important. So this deck, there's nothing really Jabba can do unless I got like a Pershing out or something where I can deal damage. They're just going to blast me, I think. So we're gonna have to draw removal. This is so far exactly what we need to try and compete with this deck. We're gonna need to maintain initiative. If they play a Falcon here, I guess we let it go, but otherwise, no, we're gonna claim. We just can't let them keep anything on the board. I don't know how it's gonna go. This could be nice for a capture, but you can see we're not in a great place. Kazuya is gonna come out here on I'm guessing a Falcon that's already ready. And then they're going to start swinging for base. I hit jam. I don't have anything left. So far, this is about as good as it could go for me. CAD could be big, depending what they play. We don't have any smuggle. Okay. So this kills that. So I don't know if they're going to put them on there. They are. Okay. That makes more sense. And R2. Okay. Deploy Jabba. I'm guessing Surprise Strike is coming and they're hitting for 10. Yeah. All of that makes sense. And even at this point, I don't think there's a way for us to win. The AT Hauler is interesting because it will allow us to hit it and then do the damage. Unless he swings here, which he probably will. He does not. Okay, so we will hit it, and we'll kill it. And then here we can just trade, which is amazing. I do not think that's what they meant to do. They just played a card that I don't care about. And I'm going to claim because taking this out is way better for me. I'll be able to capture the hauler. Right? We'll wait to see if they play anything else. They do. Is that better? When you play an upgrade on this unit, it gets started. I think that I need to Super Laser Blast, which sucks. But then I can take the hauler if I want. So let's see what they do. I don't think I really want the hauler. This is a very weird play. Hey, Logray, what's going on? I appreciate you watching. I am not going to take this hauler because I don't want to deal with it. So I'm going to claim here, see if they play 2 ships or something on this where I can power the dark side or Cad Bane, just trying to stabilize it. They do have BB-8. That was actually very nice for them. Good for them. No, I'll keep that. Okay, we'll power that. If they play a Falcon, we will capture it. But we are getting very close to dead. I think they did that to draw a card. I don't really under. Yeah, they must have done that to draw a card. I guess I'm claiming here? Yeah, I have to. This feels weird. Okay. I think we're going to hit base here. Okay, so this is interesting because we're going to play this and then we're going to McClunky it and deal all the damage there from Bosk and it. And we're going to be in decent shape. How many resources are we going to need here? We're going to waylay an Anakin. We might have Super Laser Blast if they play a Falcon. Gotta get that back. Let's keep him and see what happens. I think the Anakin keeps the Falcon small. They got some of our resources away. How dare they? They use a lot of resources on it. That cannot be the play they meant to do or wanted to do. So we're actually going to hit base and see if they let us draw. Anakin does kill this, and then we get to draw anyway. No, they did. Okay. So they, I'm assuming, claimed. Yeah, so we can waylay this and boss ability that. And I think that's GG. Wow. First off, what a battle. But I think we got there. And we did. Whew. Alright, we go again.
Hello there.
Tommy, I don't know if you were on earlier, but I definitely was talking on mute for the first 2 games, so I had to reset. Good times. Okay. I will keep this. Tarkin's going to pump. Super Laser Blast probably going to be needed for us to have a chance here. Probably don't need both Pershings, so we'll see. I was showing this off for the reason we're testing this deck. Very pretty. Yeah. All right. We are going to play this first because what we don't want is them to put something on the ground and start to get huge when we might be able to trade it out and stay alive. We'll have a couple options with that. You can hit for 3 and then ping for 1, so we can do 4 damage. I would love a Sabe and or Cassian showcase. I think those look real nice. This is kind of what we were hoping for here. We will get the Pershing down this turn, but what this will allow us to do is hit this for 3. I know they're going to token it, but if they don't and decide to play something else, we can use Jabba's ability to kill it off. And that's why we played her first. Okay. So they do put the experience token on and attack. And then pass. So that was their entire play. This bamboozle will also kill them. So we're going to keep that just in case that's what we need to do. Nope, they're going to trade. Okay, that's fine. We are setting ourselves up for an interesting opportunity where we can 4-lam Zuckuss with the Jabba deploy, which can clear out almost anything. Like, in theory, if 4-lam is out here, we flip Jabba, they deploy Tarkin, we can wipe it out with Zuckuss and then wipe something else out with the damage, because I think we'll be able to do 2 damage because he does 2. So let's see if we can get there. Plus we'll have big units on board. He plays that out, so we will hit it. That's not ideal. This experience token thing though is so powerful that we need to be careful. They can choose to trade here, but now we're in the scenario where if they don't, we can either plot out Cad Bane to kill it, or we can utilize Zuckuss with Jabba's ability to wipe the board. So let's see what happens. We pass. We'll put this down. Now that using the bamboozle is even more tempting because then it sets up Anakin. We can discard the Makunki there. Or they can overwhelm Barrage. That is what it is. We don't really want him swinging, do we? So we are going to tap him down, not letting him add experience tokens. I think in this scenario, he's going to attack. We want Zuckuss out there. I think this is the right play over the Cad Bane. I think the 6/6 body is way bigger, and then also the Anakin is going to give something -6, which is going to kill this off. These are all amazing. Okay. I think because Zuckuss will kill Tarkin no matter what with Jabba's ability, and Anakin will kill this guy, we'll be in good shape. So he's going to give 2 experience tokens to other. He's going to give 1 experience token here. But sadly for them, we're going to do this. Shrink, shrink. Which keeps the overwhelming barrage down as well. And now Zuckuss can kill it without, oh, whatever. See, I don't think they understand how this works. So we're actually going to kill this here because Jabba just taking him out and only taking 2 damage is amazing. So this is where Jabba staying alive and being able to use his ability is going to keep this board clear because there's not really anything they're going to be able to do. I do not want to. Okay. Let's see, if they overwhelming barrage, which is the biggest worry, we're not happy. I know it's weird to use that. If I kept the power of the dark side, that would have been fine, but I think this is what we want to do because we're keeping the board clear and we're going to start swinging for maybe 13. So far, people have been quitting mid-game, so we haven't really gotten to finish one. But let's see what happens here. In fact, we can blow this up for people so they don't have to look at the update. There we go. Ooh, okay. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, so Palpatine does not get his trigger here. So in theory, so we can just kill off Palpatine, letting us kill Vader. Right? Okay. And now they could have another Vader. All kinds of things can happen, but no. It's so much value when Jabba is alive. They just getting these 2-for-1, actually 2-for-0 trades twice, I think put them way behind and they decided to quit. They didn't know that our hand was kind of weak. We were top decking, but that's how it goes.
Hello there.
Okay. We are going to have to avoid this Unity of Purpose. I don't know that we have the things in this deck for it. This is not the draw for that. So we're going to mulligan this. I believe we've lost this game. Without a turn 1 to start trading and Jabba's ability. In theory, when he flips, we'll be able to do a 2-for-0 trade, which is great. So we have to keep this 4-lom, or we're going to have to do a couple things, but this is a disaster. We're not going to get there. Okay. That's mean. What do you mean, bad sport? They're leaving because I think they're getting frustrated with the leader ability and not being able to finish their games. But I don't know. Okay, they'll draw another card, giving them even more chance to get to Unity of Purpose. Hooray. But we're going to be annoying and just keep the board clear. Now we have 4-lom Zuckuss as our answer when Rex comes out. I do not love that. Not at all. This is going to be weird, but I want to get this guy out. No, I will not. Oh, they're going to make me pass. Okay. Pass. Okay. I'm going to put this on him. I'm going to kill that. And then I'm going to 4-lom into what they play. They are not going to let me do it. Jeez. Okay. I am sad. That was unfortunate. Sure. They claim here that unity of purpose. Game's over. Okay, that's fine. Okay. That was a tough turn of events, huh? Smart by them. I think they understood that Jabba could do some real damage there. I guess I could have put the hotshot blaster down at this point. But as the game goes on, I think it starts to turn back to my favor if I can keep this board clear. I just don't know if that's possible. Okay. I think they're going to try and start to flood units. Yeah, okay, that's a bad sign. Actually, let's see. Let's put this guy down now. We're going to kill Rex. They're still going to unity purpose? Maybe. They're not. Okay, great. 1, 2, 3. Done. Great. That's good. That's good for them. They're not really getting much. Okay. A couple damage. So what do we do here? I think. Oh, that's interesting. The McClunky has some value. This bamboozle tapping this out could be very good. Could allow us to do some work. While they're tapped. Maybe there's a different sequence there. I don't think so, but okay. This Rex actually has a lot more top end than I was expecting. So it's doing some things that I would not have thought. But we'll swing to base this. See, I think we're in this awkward spot where we are dead. Right? I think we're in this awkward spot where we're dead. These are not bad draws. If we do one more ping, I know it's not one more, but I guess we should have saved the McClunky in event. Oh, would have been a very helpful. But they're going to continue to have every answer possible for what we're trying to do. That's just how it goes. I don't think we can win. In fact, I'm positive that without a super laser blast, we'll need a super laser blast here. So we're going to claim. I forget if we did resource 1. So there's nothing we could do. It was just too big for us. Just well played. We tried to get on top of it, but it hit everything it could, and we got it. Even without the unity of purpose, they got us. I think he said GG's, but I left. Whoops. I can go back and look.
Hello there.
GG's to him as well. That's our first loss so far as we've gone through the testing. I think it just, yeah, total bad sport. Sorry. I think it just got wide on us and we couldn't keep control, and it kept hitting damage while we were so worried about unity of purpose. We kept hitting units, and I think that just put us way behind. We also didn't have a first turn play, which was not great. All right, let's see. We're going to resource here and here. This seems like a deck that's going to go fast. And we're going to try and get in front of it. We'll get our Sing out, do some damage. And okay. That's not super scary on its own. But what are they gonna do with it? Do you think they're gonna put an attachment? I'd rather have these ambushers, and now that they're playing in space, I think I'll have to worry about that a little bit. Okay, so that was the wrong order. I was hoping, you never know, maybe they throw like a Vader on there or something like that. They did not. They did, however, throw a hotshot blaster on this, which is a choice. So we'll just do a trade there. Okay. Now when we flip here, this will let us do some killing. We're going to keep the Sentinel just because they're going to have the Yularen double, but we're going to put him out. Now, if either way, if he attacks us or we attack him, we can kill both. So I imagine he'll attack with them first. No, we can only use it once per turn, so we have to be careful of that. I think in this scenario, this is the right time to use it. Although we can just use it with Bosk to protect our smaller guy. Oh, they're gonna get triple. Oh my. Okay, so we will do this, and we'll kill that. Interesting to see thermal oscillator. We'll kill that one. Yularen on his own does not seem as scary. So I think we'll go and wipe him out. Okay. And then we can put Sentinel down. And then we have Cad Bane, we have some removal. We have Forlom. Hopefully we're turning the core in this game. As I'm playing through the deck, I think that it's not enough control for what I'm trying to do. So I have to think about that. And then it could be a lot faster. So a speedy version of the deck that takes advantage of Jabba's deploy could be super interesting. So you go a little bit lower to the ground. I think it's probably what, and then these Forlom trades could be super interesting there. I don't love that, so I probably have to capture it. Oh no, I can just, no glory, I'm paying attention. So I should have kept the Pershing. Whoops. Hopefully they don't hit me with a planetary bombardment. I should have thought about that, but I did not. I'm gonna capture these. No, I'm not. Oh, I think that the Avenger is huge. So in this case, where I was able to control the board a bit, does do well. Craving power is nice for them, but unless they play another unit, I think it's, oh, they have another one. Okay, so they are gonna play another unit. Good for them. In this case, we're just gonna capture both. Yeah, we'll just capture both. And then whenever they play dies, they have one unit. Yeah, GG's. Okay. So yeah, as I think about it and we go through these games, I think that it needs to be faster. It's probably how I play it. Jabba does deploy on 5, and I think having ambushers around him and a wider board there could make a lot of impact. I think the other option, maybe you can look at green and ramping. You do get his Rancor, it costs 1 less. That's a pretty big unit. You get Maul, you get Vader, so that's ambush. So you can see if that makes more sense. But I think in its current state, this is probably too much not knowing what it wants to be. Is my guess. So he's gonna put, oh, he's not. Okay, I'm just gonna put that then. Which means he can't use his ability. Is that how that works? I guess not. Okay. Oh, and he quits. Okay. I think that was probably someone who didn't understand the mechanic or is just figuring it out. But we'll go into it. Oh, okay. We'll play him again. I do. I'll get back to you in a little bit on that, Tommy. I see your message. Okay, this guy doesn't want to play. So I want to see if I can take care of that. We'll re-queue.
Hello there.
Okay, we got a Qi'ra here. Let's see how this goes. I will keep this. A plot card and underneath. And we'll get our hidden out. We'll send it. Okay, so here we'll put the other hot shot. We could, in theory, put the hot shot here and just start swinging for 5. They have data vault, so I'm not sure if that makes sense or not. Oh, they just kill it anyway, so we'll just play another one. I don't love that sequence. Also, I wish I had an Anakin, but I don't. I don't know if this makes sense. It just gives us a chance to have our Anakin. I will kill that in trade. I guess I could have plotted out, but we really want the Power of the Dark Side. They're passing. Okay, I'm bringing Jabba out. They're bringing nothing out. Okay. They have double Power of the Dark Side. And we say, great job. Well done. Well played. I don't care now. They can play whatever they want. I'm not playing anything else into their double Power of the Dark Side nonsense. So we'll do that. They'll deploy Qi'ra. They will not. Okay. Okay. This game feels dumb. Just dumb. That's all. It just feels dumb. Double Vader, double Power of the Dark Side. I don't know what we're playing. We got double Sith Assassin, so same. Now we double Power of the Dark Side. And everybody's having a good time. They got double Pershing. Holy crap. Isn't that fun? Okay, that was weird. Whatever. This one, I'll pick this one. I don't think anything we do matters here. Like anything. Yeah, okay. GG's. Silly game. And like I said, I think that while the showcase is fun, and then there's a lot of work to do to figure out the right tempo and way to play the deck, I think that this could be the right combo, but I think it needs to be faster. I don't think it's, I don't know if it's meant to be that way. I think maybe green with ramp could be better. I'm not really sure. Also different cards, I could be constructing it wrong. So the second time we haven't had a first turn in these videos. It was rough the first time. We'll see how it goes this time. Definitely will keep messing around with it. There is some fun here. And I think once rotation comes out, it'll be interesting to see what we can do with it. What happens when you waylay? I'll put this under. We'll play this. When you waylay, they get everything else back. I'm trying to think about if they start putting things under here. Like that. Okay. I don't want this out. It's too powerful. It's guarding, so why did it send it over here? Oh, whatever. I don't know. Either way, we'll get rid of that ship when we get out there. If they bring DJ out to a blank board, that will be amazing. Amazing. So we'll see what happens. Although they get no value by deploying them, so I don't know. I've not played DJ yet against or with, so I'm not really sure how it's supposed to go. What's everybody else testing? Anything fun? Anything you have enjoyed using so far with the new set? Any fun combos? Or how did your pre-releases go? I enjoyed mine. We did went 3-0 in one and 2-1 in the other, so good overall. Oh, he enjoyed his Satine deck. Do you guys think that he's being serious? I don't. That doesn't sound right. What did you enjoy about your Satine deck? Was it all the healing? I really don't know what's happening in this game, but as he gets more resources, his top end is going to be disgusting, I'm guessing. And being 2 resources ahead is scary. So at least Cantina Bouncer. Okay. Okay. It's a weird deck. I don't know how to get value out of it. So we'll just start to put big units out and see what happens. I do look forward to getting damage in with the Cantina Bouncer, so there's that. Nice little draw card for them. Cancel culture, what are we laughing at? Oh, good. Yeah, I felt the same way. I think a lot of people were skeptical because there's not a lot of big chaser cards in the set, so people were not sure what they were looking for. I think when they open packs, they're figuring it out as they see it. But I think on its own, the set played pretty well. There's a lot of synergies, especially with officials. I saw a lot of Mon Mothmas, a lot of things like that. So they played the clone, but I guess they needed to come into play to clone something. So I guess I'm swinging base, trying to avoid them as much as possible, because they are going to do something bad to us. So yeah, I think Sabes can be really powerful if you get the right set of cards with it. It just can disrupt so much. Okay, so they got rid of everything, which doesn't hurt me. I felt like a lot of the officials were strong, so Mon Mothma and Leia decks, you can get some powerful top end with things like Rex, if you're lucky enough to get a legend, Lando, Padme, or Queen, I think she is. Just things like that can do so much. So if I power, which this dies and this stays. Yeah, okay. Well, and I guess they don't like that. And they leave. Alright, that was super confusing. On the villain side, I think some of the villains are much slower. I think Palp is hard to play in limited. I think that Dryden is hard to play in limited. Saw people playing Jabba, but I don't know if there's enough to make Jabba good there. But then if you can get to Yularen or Dedra, I think it's possible that you can build something worthwhile. We're going to lose this game. We have no first turn, and they are going to be destroying our deck. So this should be fun. So I think that there's good on both sides, but the top end stuff just isn't going to have an opportunity with the limited set. I don't know if you had that experience. What did you end up playing with Cancel Culture? Actually, I'll be able to get a lot of control of the board once I can flip Jabba, which would be great. Should have done that first, but maybe not. Let's see what they bring out. R2, okay. So I bring out Jabba, I plot to kill that, okay. Oh. Hey, you missed on Saturday at the Hub. I made my own Leia deck and went 3-0 pretty convincingly. Very powerful. Definitely inspired by playing against you. I did not. I got a pretty good number of top end cards, mostly on the space side, which was great, and then enough mid range to do some damage. Yeah, that's a great question. Does anyone have a Sabe showcase? That's always the question. So in this situation, I think what I want to do is attack with CAD to trigger Jabba, and then I can trade out with Borlom. We can kill this guy so we don't die. Now I can kill this for free, which is nice. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Specifically, anyone in this room. Why did I take 3 damage? Oh, crap. Okay. That sucks. I'm just killing these, I guess. I don't know. And then dying next turn to a surprise strike? Or a second one. So I do have to be careful here. They could easily have 2 of these. There's the first one. Okay, so I'm gonna attack. Ooh, damage. In case they play another one. They play Qi'ra. I don't like that as much. They're gonna name whatever they want. I don't care. I don't have anything healthy enough to live through Qi'ra, and I attacked with. Sorry, what did they name? Power of the Dark Side. Okay, but I need this Power of the Dark Side, so You die. Okay. They probably didn't mean to do that because now this kills Qi'ra and power the dark side. Maybe they did, I don't know. I sure hope I don't have to super laser blast to win, or to stabilize. Oh, someone just joined. We need someone to do a double Sabe join club. If you're not following the chat, people are talking through some of their polls, including Sabe. Everyone wants a Sabe showcase, so you can see the value we got there out of Jabba. Just great value where we're able to trade our Sing in and keep the board state. And as long as they don't go back to space, we're in very good shape to continue to control this with Forlom and Zuckuss out. Or they can just tap all our stuff. Yeah. So we are gonna hurt here. Okay, let's see what we can do. We're gonna have to do this way. And be afraid of whatever else they might play. We'll play a gunship to give us some space presence. Okay. I think we have an... Okay, we do. Got a little blaster underneath. Switch up to secrets. Oh, GG. Did he get it? Or did I get it? GG. Patrick Strazy says GG, and I think we got it there. They sure had it early on and had a lot of cards to mess with us, but we were able to get wide enough, use Jabba's ability quite a bit to control the game and get the win there. We had some technical difficulties at the end of the stream, so just adding this in at the end. Here is a look at the Jabba deck again. I think we had a good time playing it. We learned a lot about what it can do and maybe what it needs. We need to find the right tempo for it. We'll be testing, I think, a little faster version and then maybe a little bit more control version. Overall, a lot of fun to play. Appreciate you watching. Please check out our other content. Have an amazing day.